Paul O'Donnell. Paul's a couple of years behind me, and no matter how many old players are hanging out here tonight, there is nobody between my 11 years of coaching, watching Matt Gibbons and that whole crew, there's nobody, not even David Tapper, who's going to be listening to this out there, had a better, harder shot than Paul O'Donnell. I had not only the pleasure of playing with him, we played together after in a little junior deal. Paul was a starting defenseman at North Quincy High School for 3 years. At the conclusion of the 72-73 high school season, he was voted the Greater Boston League Hockey All-Star. He was one of only 2 sophomores at the time to get the award. And his senior year, he was the captain of his team along with Mike McLean. At the outset of the 73-74 GBL high school hockey season, which became part of the Suburban League, Paul also made second league All-Star. He was a Globe All-Scholastic hockey player, and that was very, very rare for people from the public schools. Great skater, as I said, vicious slap shot. Tip drills in high school sucked because of him. Duck, dodge, and hide. He went on to play at Salem State College and then on to Division I Mankato State, known as now Minnesota State University. He is a retired Chicago firefighter. Founded, player, coach, chief cook, bottle washer of the Chicago Fire Department hockey team. For many, many years wrote, what was it called? Heads Up Hockey? Well, Hockey from the Neck Up. Hockey from the Neck Up. It is my pleasure to introduce a former teammate and a good friend, Paul O'Donnell, live from Chicago.
Kevin told me if I took more than 2 minutes, he was going to kick me in the butt. So I'm going to take longer. You know, it's kind of ironically appropriate that Kevin was the one to induct me into this Hall of Fame, because, you know, this is probably the last award I will ever get from North Quincy or the organization. But ironically, back in 1973, Kevin was the one who informed me that I made the GBL All-Star team. Now, Brian McIsaac, he gets Coach Erickson, and you would think that I would get Coach Erickson, Coach Troop, Stevie McKay, the captains, you know, somebody. But I heard from Kevin, which was my first award ever. And I remember it like it was almost yesterday. We were sitting in the old Boston Arena, and between periods in the last game of the season, and we were watching a game, and Kevin comes out and he goes, "Hey, Bobby O'Donnell, how come you didn't pass to me on that and then rush?" He says, "I was wide open in the slot." Okay, and then he, well, you know, for most people who weren't Kevin, you know, my response would have been taken well, but not for Kevin. So right before he goes to turn and walk away, he goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, you and Stevie who came made the All-Star team." And I swear, as he turns, he mumbles something, and I swear it was, "I can't bleepin' believe you picked the appropriate word, that he made the All-Star team. Now, some of it is a little fuzzy, but in the Chicago Fire Department, we have an old saying, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But I also want to thank two more people who really shaped my hockey career. And one of them's here tonight. And most people would be happy if they had one mentor, and I was lucky enough to have two. And these two gentlemen gave me the tools and the wherewithal to move on to college, to have the ability to coach from mite to the college level. But most of all, they gave me the joy of being able to coach my son from mite to midget. And for that, I would be truly thankful to him and these two people. One of them's here, and that's Ron Erickson and Tommy Henderson. Both of them taught me how to be a hockey player. They took an above-average pond skater, and I hope I'll always be remembered as not necessarily a great player or even a good player, but just a real hockey player. And I want to thank everybody here. I want to thank the committee, all of you, and everybody who made this possible. And my son who came with me and everyone else at the table over there that stood up with this speech. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Paul.